Hey guys, it's Liz, the In-Hand Stitcher. I am here with a WIP parade today. It's been 5 months since my last video, so time keeps moving and life is busy. So I thought since it's been so long since my last update that I would just go ahead and kind of start fresh with a WIP parade. I didn't do one in the winter. So technically, this is my second annual WIP parade. Just happens to fit in the mid-year WIP parade season. So what's been going on for the last 5 months? I work at a school, so I've been pretty busy finishing up the school year, and we just finished last week. So this week I've been just enjoying some downtime, enjoying my own kids. Well, actually, 2 of my kids are away this week, so enjoying one of my kids and not watching everybody else's kids for a change. So it's been nice. It's been pretty quiet. My body's not into the sleep-in routine quite like it will be at the end of the summer. So I don't know if there's any other teachers out there that are like this, but you get used to being awake at 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning. And then at the beginning of summer, when you're ready to sleep in, you're awake at 5:30, 6 o'clock. And then by the end of summer, you're awake at, what, 8:30, 9, and it's hard to start the whole routine all over again. So that's where I'm at. I'm alone today. My one that was left is at his grandparents' house. So since it was a empty house, I figured I better get this in quick before the morning flies by, and then I'll have an excuse not to film again. So let me think. Was there anything else I wanted to start with? That's one of the reasons why it's so hard for me to film, is because what do I fill these first 5 minutes with before we get to the good stuff? I turn on the video and it's like, oh yeah, what was I going to say? I don't even remember. Oh, I have a birthday in 3 days. I'm going to turn 35, and on that day we're also leaving for vacation. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going up to the Adirondacks in New York. I've never been there before. So hopefully we enjoy some time on the lake and just relaxing and stitching and reading and swimming and fishing and whatever the kids want to do. Mini golf probably, lots of ice cream, and then back to reality after that. Reality's good, isn't it? I like to try to enjoy each season as it comes and each new phase as it comes, and we're in a good run right now. All right, I am going to start with a few finishes that I have in the last 5 months. I have 3 finishes. You'd think it'd be more than that, but I'll talk a little bit. One of my WIPs later, I'm going to show you why I haven't filmed so much in the last 5 months and why I don't have finishes. All right, I'm going to start with my most recent finish. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen this. I finished the Blue Flowers Huckleberry Farm. I'll get a little bit closer for some details. Can't really see what I'm showing you. Hopefully it's interesting. This flowers are beautiful, but I was thinking the butterfly is really pretty. I love this bird. And that bear sleeping is so cute. Oh, and this motif here, the mountains, I really like that one too. I like the whole thing. Doesn't everyone like this one? I feel like anytime I show this, lots of people talk about how much they like it. This is on a light blue linen, and I can't remember for sure what it is. It's 40 count, and I want to say it was called Summer Sky, and I want to say it was Seraphim or Fabrics by Stephanie, but I don't know. It was, I remember it was a brand that I had heard about, and this is the only piece of theirs that I have purchased, but I just don't remember what the company was. But people do always ask me what it's on, and I always tell them it's a light blue. I don't remember what it is, but if you haven't started this yet, I don't recommend stitching on this color. It looks nice, but look at your other options and look at these white flowers. These flowers do not pop on this fabric. In fact, you don't even know they're there until I tell you about them. But on a darker fabric, they really pop, and they are so beautiful. And halfway through, I was wishing I had chosen a different fabric, but that's okay. I still like this one a lot. But yeah, I don't recommend the real light just because of those white flowers. They don't really pop on this fabric. But everything else looks nice. Okay. Finish number 2. Frosty Forest. I finished all 9. Actually, I was ironing this and I realized it's not really a finish because I have a little snowman button that goes in this middle section here that I haven't put on. And then I was also looking at the other button options. I think there's a button for each one. I don't have the other ones, but I was wondering, oops, sorry if I moved you. I was thinking about, nope, that's not me, that's the dog. I was thinking about purchasing all the buttons for it. So I'm kind of at a standstill with this one for now until I decide button-wise what I want to do. It does look nice without them, but maybe that extra pop would be fun. So that one's going away for a while I think and decide. Oh, what did I stitch this on? This was the, I'm fairly certain this was the called for fabric, which I don't know what it was. And it looks like a 32 count. Oh, he's upside down. Looks like a 32 to me. I stitch it with 2 threads, and I normally don't stitch 2 unless it's 32 or smaller, with a few exceptions. Last finish, I have, what is this called? Charlotte Griffiths by Charlotte Griffiths by the Little Robin. I think this is Little Robin Designs. I decided to put Charlotte's name at the bottom. I am normally not a reproduction sampler stitcher, but I made an exception for this one because I really liked the words. Teach me to feel another's woe, to hide the fault I see, that mercy I to others show, that mercy show to me. And don't we all appreciate when mercy is shown to us? And I think we need to remember that when we deal with others, how much of an impact a little bit of mercy can have on others. We don't need to blast all the faults, do we? That one is pretty. I don't know what I stitched this on. I started this before I started Flosstube. So at that point, I would look at the color, decide if I like it, and not even, well, maybe I'd look at the company, but I would not really keep that in my brain. Okay, that was, I have dog hair or something on my nose. That was my finishes, and oh, I have a full basket here of WIPs to show you. some of these, I pulled out some of my originals to show. Some of them you're just gonna have to use your imagination to see what the final picture is gonna look like, because I wasn't digging through everything. So most of my most recent starts I have set aside the originals, but then I make working copies and throw it in with them and stash the originals elsewhere, and I didn't want to tear everything apart. All right, everything is in Ziploc bags. I won't zip them back up, but I will be putting them back in. My first WIP I'm going to share with you is this little girl from this year's Just Cross Stitch. What month was this? April 2024, and I thought she was so cute. Was she my Easter start? She might have been my Easter start. That would make sense. And I didn't get real far, but I got the ear section really worked on, and probably what happened was I probably started here in the middle or down here in the middle and worked my way up. If I'm uncertain about fabric size and margins, I'll start in the middle, but my comfort stitching is top to bottom. Top left corner, top to bottom. So I'll usually try to work my way up there, and then it's more comfortable to get back to the next time. This is, I think this is Mariner's Map. It's a cutoff, and it's either 32 or 36. I stitched it with 2. I'm not certain exactly what it is, but that was my Easter bunny. I'm just gonna make a big pile on the floor and deal with it later. All right, this is a piece that I feel like never ends. I've been working on it for a very long time. It's from Just Cross Stitch, October 2018, and that might be when I started it. This is called Listen. It is cute. I hate the fabric I'm using. It's very crunchy and a very open weave, and it just does not feel good in hand. But I've gotten fairly far. Listen. All right, about to there is where I finished everything, back stitch and all, and that needs finished. Let's see. Let me pull out the original again so we can compare what I've done and what needs finished. Okay. All right, so a bit. I really do not enjoy this early stuff in here, and that's kind of where I'm stuck there, so I hopped down to work down here. But this is it's a combination of half stitches and full stitches, and it like when I stitch half stitches, I feel like it pulls my fabric and my stitches don't look good, and the final product is cute. It's just really a pain to work on. I'm not giving up on it, just a little here and a little there, and eventually it'll be done and I'll enjoy looking at it and I won't have to stitch it anymore. Okay, next I have this Pandemic, and do I have, yes, Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers. Many have stitched this, most have seen it. Lots are working on it still. I got this one, it was a freebie. Was that 2020? Once again, I don't know what the fabric is. Oh, that's kind of a big one. Okay, I've got all the way across the top and started the next row. I think I probably finished that first page on the second row. Let's get some close-ups. Twist the fabric. This was pretty fun to work on. I do like having a monochromatic. I don't know that I'd want more than 1 or 2 monochromatics, especially that size, but it is nice to just keep going. You don't have to think too much about symbols and colors and all that. So that's fun. Okay. Amazing Grace by Heartstring Samplery. I didn't pull out the original of this one. I think I thought I had finished this one, so I didn't pull it out. This is on Weeks Straw, and that would probably be a 36. This is not the called for threads. This is just kind of whatever I had in my box that looked close to what was on the picture. I'm almost done. I only have, what is it? 'Twas Grace hath brought me, tea and a me, so probably about to there. I probably finished the page and there was a little bit extra on a second page. This one's easy, pretty quick. Oh, here are some of the threads I'm using. Have Color and Cotton Violin, Color and Cotton, whoop, that's blowing up. That's Mandolin and an unnamed blue. Just a few randoms in my thread stash. What's next? What's next? It's a surprise for me because I'm just pulling and grabbing. Okay, this one is Come Into My Garden by Blackbird. Here's my black and white copy. It'll look, well, that's not the whole thing. That's a little section of it. And what do I have done on this? I think I have a decent section of it done. Oh, and a big piece of fabric I can cut off. That's exciting. I don't know what it is though. R&R maybe? Kind of feels like an R&R. This is, I'm gonna say that's a 40 count. Could be 36, but I think 44. Not 44, 40. Okay. I like the colors on this one. I probably have 2 pages and a bit done on this. It's pretty. I stitched it with 1 thread, and it's probably the called for. Did I stitch it with the called for? Yes. Called for threads. Okay, what's next? I think this is 1,000 Hills. Yep, this is 1,000 Hills by Plum Street. And I don't have a picture for this one. Oh, a hanging thread. I was done with this one apparently. This is a really tiny fabric. I I feel like this is smaller than 40 count, but I'm not positive on that. I think partly why I think that is there is over one. So the words, that they're half stitches over one, the birds. I don't think I've gotten to the fun part. I feel like the bottom is full coverage on this one. That's the bad thing about starting everything up in the corner. Most of them have that full coverage, pretty stuff at the bottom and all the little doodads at the top. So I get stuck in the doodads and it takes me forever to get to the good stuff. I don't know what I'm stitching this on. You're gonna hear that a lot. Okay, I do have this somewhere. I don't want to spill my coffee. This is something that I have here, and I will show you in a second. Oh, there it is, right on top. Teresa Kogut, Voice So Sweet. Was this, I think this is a new one this year. Yeah, this was from Market. Voice So Sweet, Teresa Kogut. And I even know what I'm stitching it on. This is, whoa, my dog unplugged us. Hold on a second. What'd you do? Can you still see me anyway if I don't have that going? Oh, Abby. I love you so much. Just a second. Oh, it's hot. This thing's hot. Maybe I should just leave it unplugged. Maybe she just saved me from a house fire. We'll go with that, and I'll open this. Okay, well, we'll just play in the dark a little bit. Okay, where was I? Voice So Sweet. I know what I'm stitching it on. 40 count, Lakeside Vintage Homespun. Lakeside Linens, Vintage Homespun, 40 count. So I've got most of a bird and some words on this one. That one's cute. Next. This is the day. I think I just saw that over here. This is the day. Can you tell I like hymns? I think this is my third one already. Plum Street. Price tag. This is the day. And how far did I get on this? Pretty far, I think. Yep. All across the top. I feel like I can't see what I'm showing you like I used to be able to. Sorry for all the moving today. I am unpracticed and unskilled. Okay. This is the day. All the way across the top. I think these bees are so cute. I like the pink house. I don't like the creepy goats. I don't like goats for some reason. Their eyes are so creepy. This is the day. Another cute little bee. I'm not happy with my lighting, but I don't want to pause and have to edit and stitch it together. Maybe I'll just open the window a little more. Okay, we'll go with it. Christmas Garden, Blackbird Designs. I don't have a picture to show you. I don't know what fabric this is, but this might be Mariner's Knot. Kind of feels the same. Okay. I've got a lot on this one done. I don't think I'm using any called fors. I think I just went with what looked similar. I am putting initials of my family members. That's my husband. That's me with my maiden name. First name, last name, first name, maiden name, and then for my kids, I'm doing first and middle initials. So I've got a CH, a TA, and I'll have an SF eventually. Ooh, that whole light thing got me frazzled and now I'm sweating. It's fine, it doesn't matter. Okay. This was my birthday start last year, so we're just about to hit a year on it. And I just pulled it out this week because I started it for my birthday. I got this little tiny vine and these 2 leaves done and then put it away and never pulled it out again. And I knew that would not be acceptable, so I needed to get some more work on that done. This is R&R Vanilla Bean 36 count, and this one I am doing 2 over 2 on 36 because I wanted it dark and fluffy. And I finished the strawberry and I said that's enough. I can put it away because that strawberry was more than I thought it would be. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's like very few stitches here and there. Once you get used to how it's like quilt squares. Once you figure out the pattern, it's not so bad, but it had me a little confused at first figuring out how to go about it. Okay, that's that. Oh, okay. This one is one of my favorites. And I know I have pulled out. Why can I never find? It's a very small pile. It shouldn't be hard to find the one I want. There are like 5 of them here. Okay. I've lost it somewhere along the way. That's okay. Every Opening Flower by With Thy Needle and Thread. I'm stitching it on 40 count Dirty Teacup by Linen and Flax. Is that right? Is it Linen and Flax? Needle and Flax? Flosstube brain. Okay, I've got all the way across the top and it looks like a lot, but there is some pretty thick stitching in the bottom half of this one. There's a big old house, a tree, and a huge pot of flowers. And the colors are not showing very well with my light off. Oh, I went to plug it back in. All right. I am all a mess today. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. Lights off, staying off. I'll just get a little bit closer. This is mostly called for. I didn't have, what is it that I didn't have? I didn't have corn silk. So I used Nature Trail, and that's these middle pieces. I think it's supposed to be more of a light green. This is green, but it's not quite the same color as what's on the original. That's fine, I think it looks nice. Okay, here's the reason I have not filmed in 5 months. I have been sucked into heaven and earth, full coverage, and I couldn't find my way out until my tablet crashed, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to reboot it. And if I do that, I'm afraid I'm going to lose all of my progress. I'm gonna have to go through and remark everything in Pattern Keeper. I don't know if I will, but I'm scared. And so I put it away and I'll figure it out another time. This is As the Leaves Turn, Jane Worcester Scott, Heaven and Earth Designs. I got some people done, got a pumpkin done, a lot of the general store, a lot of sky. This one is so fun to work on. I really didn't expect to like full coverage as much as I did. But once I really got going and kind of got through some of this sky and got into the colors, it's really hard to put down. It's so colorful. Like every square, every section you get to, especially if you work diagonally, because then you really do get everything. It's just the color palette keeps changing and it's really satisfying to work on. I am almost a quarter of the way through, and this was about all that I worked on for months and months and months, and I thought that would be really boring to have a floss tube and say, "You like my project? See ya." So maybe it's a blessing my tablet crashed for a little while so I can work on other things for a bit, and I'll come back to that later. This is Little Liberties by Little Robin Designs, and I have started this red one, Justice. I've got quite a bit done on it. This is on 22 count Oslo. Color is Bisque. So it's pretty tiny. It's just over 1 on 22 count. And I am stitching it with Classic Colorworks Silk 3 Alarm Fire. And the blue I'm going to use for the other is Classic Colorworks Dog Hair Blue Lagoon. Silk's fun. I think this is my only project I'm doing with nice silk. This is Twisted Threads Winter Trio. I only have one of the trio left, and it's this big old snowman. There's quite a bit left of him. It's a lot of the, I think it's straw bonnet. I do have fun with these little Scotch stitches. Gives it some texture. They're basically just diagonal satin stitches. He's cute. I don't really love working on him, but he's cute. It's kind of boring. Big old fill-in. Okay, I do have this one. Scarlet House, A Perfect World. This one has a lot of dense full coverage in the bottom. I loved the colors on this one with all the green. And I haven't pulled it out for a while, so I'm not sure where I'm at on it. And I also don't know what I'm stitching this on. Okay, looks like I got all the words done. Started on the full coverage on the bottom. Some deer, Birds. Flowers. What is that? Blueberries, maybe? Nice. I want to say that won't take me long, but that's a lot of stitching left at the bottom. Next. Okay, this is just a little guy. I think I started this last May. Pretty shameful he's not done. This is from Blackbird in Friendship's Way, and it's this honeycomb basket. I think it's called honeycomb basket. I don't know how I'm gonna finish it. And I'm only using half of the called for, and the other half is just what I had laying around. I don't know what that's on. A little scrap of something. Probably 40 count. A Christmas tree. I think this is lavender and lace. And I am stitching this. I think this is a 32 count because are there beads? There might be beads. I haven't gotten very far. This is when I started in the middle, probably down here, and then worked my way up so I could have a nice top start, or work from top to bottom like I was talking about before. This is like a raw, natural 32 count linen. Not much done on this one, but we'll get there. I'm not really feeling the Christmas spirit at the moment. I'll get to it another time. Okay, something fell out of the bag. What was that? What are you? You are Cotswold Fields by Teresa Kogut. And I did not pull the original on this one. This is one that had a sad beginning story. I splotched water on it. This used to be like a really solid color. I dripped water on it and all the color went, and so then I dunked it, squished it, let it dry, and I pretty much fixed it. Now it just looks a little bit mottled. Can't tell because of my lighting. Love these foxes. It's a weird bird. I like the colors. This is one that has a lot on the bottom that I haven't gotten to. So this will not be done soon. All right, guys, good news, bad news. My phone was full, so I had to offload all my apps, clear out some old stuff. Bad news. Good news, went to the bathroom, fixed my lighting, and ready to finish. Okay, so when I got cut off, I was showing you Cotswold Fields, Teresa, wow, Kogut, wow, okay, brain. Okay, I've still got several left in the basket. I might be here a little bit longer. We watch these because we like the long WIP parades, right? Corey, Sunflowers Farm. And this one, look at the margin I gave myself there. That's got to be a 1/4 inch. So that tells me this is asking to be a pillow. I can sew a 1/4 inch. Don't think I can frame a 1/4 inch, especially not with this loose stuff going on. It's cute. Lots of people like this one. I love the yellow. It's so summery. I love growing sunflowers in my garden. This year we put a bunch of fresh dirt, a bunch of fresh soil in my garden, so I don't have all of the volunteers sunflowers popping up like I normally do. So I tried planting a few and it was old seed and none of them sprouted, so we're sunflowerless this year. Oh well, it's okay. A year in chalk. Year in chalk, December. Hands-on design. I don't know what this fabric is. This was just another little start. And I am using, what am I using? Color and cotton, white, white sands. And I am also using color and cotton, golden gate. So, not sure why I put one on a bobbin and then one I left. Must have been in a hurry. What is this? What are you? So, okay, yes. This is Sailor's Delight, punch needle and primitive stitcher from summer 2023. I think this is a Teresa Kogut. And I am not far on this one, I know that. I should know what this fabric is. I think this is a needle and flax. Steinbeck maybe? 40 count, not far on this one at all. This was a new start last summer and many of these have suffered from the full coverage plague. Got started and then abandoned, and I need to get them out again and work on them. It's really not like me to not have a lot of progress on a new start. What is this? Oh, I think I know what this is. Oh yeah, okay, I'll show you, but this isn't really anything. This is just day one of Nora Corbett 12 Days of Christmas. I have day 2 purchased, not started, and how was I was thinking about putting these all on one piece, and then I think I decided that the sizing, like, they weren't exactly all the same, so I wasn't sure if I was going to cut them apart, and so that's probably why I haven't started the second one. I have some decisions to make. Has anyone else seen these done? I've never seen anyone stitch these, so I don't have anyone to get ideas from. Ew, I don't like this one. Okay. So why don't I give it up, you ask? I am not a quitter. Maybe maybe I'm a hoarder. Maybe that's it. Tutor Bee the blue flower 1/1 on some crazy tiny thing. I think this is either 36 or 40, but either way, it is too small. It's so annoying to work on. It's cute, but man, every time I pull this out, I regret past decisions. I don't know why this isn't focusing very well. It's too tiny even for the camera. While we're at it, I'll show you my other ew yuck project. I have similar feelings about both of these. This is on a 32 count Legacy Lugana Picture This Plus. This is Sally's Feather Tree by someone that I know, but my brain doesn't work on Flosstube. Sally's Feather Tree by Kathy Barrick. And this has everything on the tree is over 1. Why do I do this to myself? So it looks nice. I like the flags. I'm gonna wipe you down for a second, maybe. Nope, that made it worse. Okay, not any better. That's fine. Sally's Feather Tree, Kathy Barrick. I don't like working on it because of the over 1, and it's just too much for me. But will I get rid of it? No. Will I keep working on it? Yes. Will I grumble and complain? Absolutely. Okay. Plum Street Samplers. Olga's Autumn Stocking. I feel like I've been working on this for an eternity. I'm doing some of the called for, some of the not. You can see I just made a few changes, probably what I had and didn't have in stash at the time. So if you're interested, screenshot that. This is Weeks Straw. This is the same thing I'm doing Amazing Grace on, and I'm using 2 strands to make it nice and full and fluffy looking. I love the birds. I love these oak leaves. I love this White House. The pumpkins are a lot. So looks like I'm almost done, but I do have, I'll pull this out. It's so professional today. Okay, let's see. I do have that whole pumpkin left in the toe and a lot of the orange one left, so quite a bit of stitching left to do on that one. One day we'll finish, hopefully. Guess you can't say for sure, but I have every intention of finishing. Okay, this is from Stitch Line on Etsy. I don't think that they are still open. Full coverage. This is called Aloe. Another one I've been working on forever. It's probably been 2017. I would guess I started this in 2017. And I got most of it, well, I got a lot of it done fairly quickly and then just slowed way down on my progress. Will this be its year to be finished? Who knows? Could be. I can get a bit of progress on it if I just settle with it, but it's one that I don't naturally settle into very easily. Okay, this one's almost done. This is, what is this? Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow, Carriage House Designs. I'm not doing the bottom line on this one. I'm just doing the top 9, and so I'm almost finished. I just have the last of this square to finish here. I could probably finish it in a week or so, if I ever pulled it out. Don't know what the fabric is. It's 40 count 1/2. It's 1 thread over 2 squares. WIP is work in progress. What else? LNS is Local Needle Workshop. Is there anything else we say that you don't understand? I like to answer questions in the comments. So if you have a question about something you've heard and you don't understand, I'll try to answer any questions you have. Okay, this one is At Home by Brenda Gervais with my needle and thread. I love the colors on this. And I am stitching this on Fiber on a Whim, Milk and Honey, 36 count. My LNS, Local Needle Workshop, is Stitches Unlimited in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Which one do you go to? Do you have one? I know a lot of people don't have one and they have to only go online. But at least we have that option, right? What if there wasn't anything online? This was all half stitch over 1 for the words. So I haven't really gotten into anything fun on this one yet, but next time I pull it out, I'll probably get there. Let's look at that again. That house, woo, the deer, lots of floating trees in the background. Do your trees float? And that was on, I already told you what the fabric was. Milk and Honey, Fiber on a Whim. I feel like we're getting near the end. I feel like we're probably at around an hour, but I don't know because the first part shut off on me. This is, you know, I did pull a bunch of these pictures and I have them in a pile in my room and I never grabbed them. This is His Eyes on the Sparrow by Heartstring Samplery. This is another one of my favorites. Oh, it's a big. There it is. Can you see? What am I showing you? So, I'm iffy on the Adam and Eves. I think I've talked about this before, about how I'm weird and don't want naked Adam and Eve on my wall. So I have to decide, do I want to give them clothing? Do I want to just switch them out for something else? Do I want to put more modern people there? Do I want to do me and my husband? It doesn't really make sense with the Garden of Eden tree. Just put different animals. What would you do if you were strange like me and didn't want Adam and Eve? Would you just give them clothes? Would you put something else in? I love the cows. I think they're so funky. And I also have to decide what to put in the cartouche. Give me ideas. Maybe just my last name. I don't know. Maybe a Bible verse. Then I have to chart it. I don't know. Twin Peak Primitives, Honest Abe sampler. I don't have a picture for this one either. Another big one. Ugh. Okay, Honest Abe. I love patriotic. I love history. I love Americana. So this is right up my alley. One country, one destiny. We're going up. We're going up. I guess those were his kids. Didn't a bunch of them die? It's sad. His wife, I know she went kind of nuts. Okay. This was one I told you before I was working on in Gettysburg on a anniversary trip my husband and I went on. So I always think of that when I pull this one out. Have you seen anyone else stitching this? I have not. It's fun though. I like stitching pieces that I don't see a lot of other people doing. Something about, so I can really love a piece, but then as soon as I see every single person stitching it, I lose interest. Are you that way, or are you a bandwagon stitcher where if everyone's stitching it, you have FOMO and you need to get it and start it? I'm the opposite. If everyone's stitching it, I lay off for a little while, and then maybe in a couple of years I'll pull it out. Ah! My dog unplugged us again. Okay, we're gonna go with it. Like I said before, I have like 3 pieces left. Plum Street. Sorry for all the crinkling. This one's hard to get out. Okay. Plum Street, Live on Little. I haven't gotten to any of the heavy full coverage on this one yet. But I did make it all the way across Plum Street, Live on Little. So I made it across, but did I finish that page? Doesn't look like I went far enough down to finish a page. That's weird for me. Must have got tired of it. Or maybe I did finish a page. What am I stitching this on? I really wish I'd kept better track. 40 count. Grayish, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Something 40 count. Sorry. You can try asking in the comments. People ask sometimes after I say I don't know what it is, and I usually still don't know what it is. What is this? Oh, I remember. Crocheted Go-Go. Winter sampler. This I do know is the called for Vintage Country Mocha. This one, if I were to start over, I would stitch with 2 threads instead of 1, because on my white in person, the white really blends in and doesn't pop as much as I would prefer it to. I think yeah, even on the camera it blends in some, but it looks better on camera than in person. Winter sampler. It's fun. I love the red pops in this one. The birds and the door and the snowman. The colors on this one are great. If only I had stitched with 2. That's my current feeling. It might change the next time I pull it out. Next time I show you, I might tell you how happy I am I'm stitching it with 1 and how I love the faded look. So things change. Okay, I've got 2 more. 2 more. What is this? This is Home Sweet Home with I Needle and Thread. I feel like I do a lot of With I Needle and Thread, Teresa Kogut, and a lot of Plum Street. And it looks like I've made some changes. I probably didn't have what was called for. If anyone's curious what I'm doing. It's that pomegranate. Okay, and how far did I get? This is 2 over 2, 2 threads over 2 squares. And I don't know what the fabric is. It's another cut-off piece of that possibly Mariner's map. I got the robin, some strawberries. I haven't gotten to the fun part, the flag or the house yet. One more. What is it? I don't know what it is. Oh, I do know what it is. Okay. Ooh. Here's my working copy picture. This is the same Cory Batacory. For Sunflowers Farm, did I say Cory Batacory or did I say Crochet to Go-Go? It's Cory Batacory. Apple Farm. And this is on R&R Vintage Homespun 36 count. I haven't gotten very far on this one. I think this must have been last year Mania start. Just some apples, a little bit of the border. I actually forgot I had this one. I should pull it out. Get more on it done than that. See, that's the thing about, I completely missed Mania this year. I got to June and heard someone mention Mania and whoops, I don't know where I was in May. Not on Flosstube, that's for sure. Just trying to finish school most likely. Thinking about vacation. This month my kids have missions trip, vacation, summer camp. It's a busy month and whew, got through the beginning of it. Kids are coming home from missions trip today. What time is it? It's 11. They should be here at noon. So an hour left and then they're back. And then we pack for vacation and my husband's throwing me a birthday party tomorrow and my house is a mess. I at least have to clean the bathrooms. All right. I better get to that. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for sitting so long with me. Thanks for looking at my WIPs. What was your favorite? Do you have any questions? I don't know what the fabric was. I'm sorry. My dog Abby, here. She's sorry for the lighting problems, but she's been busy taking a nap. All right, see you next time. Bye.